Hey, in today's video, we'll design a style editor for our canvas using FabricJs library. As you may know, styles or presets are common features in design software like Adobe and Figma. They enhance design workflows by providing greater scalability instead of relying on fixed values like hex colors. You can apply dynamic styles that can be easily updated through a style manager. We'll begin by creating a new React component called styleEditor.js. First, we'll import essential dependencies like React itself, useEffect to manage side effects, useState to manage component states, and useRef to create custom color pickers and reference the native color input field. Additionally, I'll import a few components from my React component library to build the UI later. Let's create the style editor function. We'll also pass a canvas prop from the parent component app.js. So our style editor can interact with the canvas objects like shapes or text element. We'll define some basic states to help manage colors and interactions. Color state will store all defined colors in the style editor. This array can be used to display styles in the app and persist data in local storage to ensure information is retained across page reloads. New color state will temporarily hold the value of the new colors before adding them to the list. And the color input ref allows us to reference the hidden native color input and trigger it programmatically. Let's create a function called addColor to add new colors to our list. Whenever you call this function, by clicking a button for instance, it will add a new color to your list. Each color needs a unique ID to help track changes. We can generate one using the current timestamp. In this example, combining the string color with the creation timestamp is enough. If you need more sophisticated IDs, you can use custom packages that generate unique identifiers. Next, we need to add a new color to our list. The updateColors array takes all the existing colors from the color state, copies them using the spread operator, and appends the unique color along with its unique ID. Finally, we update the color state with the updated list. This approach provides a clean and efficient way to manage dynamic lists in React. Now let's connect this function to the UI. We start by adding a hidden input field that references a custom UI component, a clickable div element, with the class colorBox. The onChange handler updates the new color state. By visually hiding the input field with opacity set to 0, we can still trigger the color picker without using display none. Actually, it will still open the color picker, however, the position of the color picker would be set to left 0 and top 0. To open the color picker when clicking the div, we need the following function. Color input ref is created using the useRef hook in React. It points to the hidden input field, a DOM element, allowing us to programmatically trigger the color picker. We also add a button that calls the addColor function to add the selected color to the list. To verify that everything works as expected, you can log the colors array to the console. As you can see, we now have a nicely updated array of colors with unique IDs. Now we need to save our colors to local storage. Let's create a new function called saveColors. We'll save the data under the key canvas styles. Since local storage only accepts strings, we need to convert our color array to a string. And that's it. Now let's add a button to our UI that triggers the saveColors function on click. As you can see, our colors are now saved in local storage. To ensure the color state is restored from a local storage when the app starts, we will use useEffect hook. This parses all items stored under the canvas styles key and sets them into the color state. Next, let's display our color list in the UI and implement a function to apply these styles to selected objects in the canvas. But how exactly does custom styling work in the canvas? Imagine the box on the left side represents a canvas with objects like rectangles. Each rectangle has a properties like fill, width, and the style ID. On the right side, we have a panel displaying saved styles, each with a color value and unique ID. When applying a color to a selected object on the canvas, we not only update its fill property but also assign the style's unique ID to the style ID property. This is crucial because when loading a canvas from an external file or updating styles later, we can use the style ID to match and compare the color values. If the color values differ, we update the object accordingly. Let's create a new function called applyStyle. First, we need to get active object on the canvas using canvas getActiveObject. If there's an active object, we update its fill property with the provided color, assign the style ID, and re-render the canvas. This function allows you to apply a new color while linking it to the unique ID for the future updates. Now let's render our color styles in the UI and connect them to the applyStyle function. We can loop through the colors array using map and render a div for each color. Each div container will use key for unique React key. Set the background color inline style and trigger applyStyle on click. Okay, let's test it out. As you can see, when selecting an object in the canvas and clicking the apply button, the hex value from the style is applied directly to the fill property of the object. Let's add a missing piece. A loop that checks all objects on the canvas and compares the color values with their saved styles. For simplicity, we can reuse the save function. When resaving or updating colors later, we'll check the values again. To sync all objects, first retrieve all objects from the canvas. For each object, we get its style ID. We then find a matching color from the colors array. If a matching color is found and the object's color is different, we update it. And finally, we call canvas render all to ensure all changes are applied visually. This keeps all objects on the canvas in sync with the latest color values. Before testing, we need to add a style editing field where users can access and update all colors. We loop through the colors array again to create this field. For each color, we create 3 key elements: a hidden color picker, a color preview box. When clicking, it opens the color picker, the text input for manual hex code entry. We can also display the color ID for better visibility. When the user selects a new color, the onChange event fires and calls the update color function. And here's the update color function. It finds the color by its ID and updates it with the new value by modifying the color state. Now we have to add a color box div to trigger the color picker when clicked. The openColorPickerById function uses document getElementById to find a hidden color input and triggers click to open the picker. We also provide a regular text input for manual hex code entry. Notice that we need to update saveColors function and move canvas render all outside of the loop at the end of the function and close parentheses after fill. Let's give it a try. Add a few shapes to the canvas. Define a few styles and apply them to the shapes. Edit existing styles using the color picker. And finally, hit the save button to trigger the loop that syncs object's color with the updated styles. As you can see, it works perfectly. Now you can dynamically design and adjust objects without manually reapplying colors. This is a great example of how design thinking can extend functions of libraries like FabricJs. I really didn't expect such a positive response. As a product designer, I'm sharing my insights and discoveries. While not everything might be 100% accurate, if you find a better way to implement any of these ideas, please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Since our app is becoming more advanced, I think it's the perfect time to focus more on the UI. In the next episode, I might dive into designing complex interfaces, with an emphasis on modern UI design, accessibility, scalability, and aligning with current user mental models and best practices. So stay tuned for more.